Welcome back to Refine. Now, in case you missed it this past week, we aired one of the craziest house makeovers that we have ever seen. This property went from an overgrown eyesore to a neighborhood gem in Bothell. I was there. I absolutely loved this thing. And the man behind that transformation is Jared Holland, a broker with our sponsor, Compass. And first off, why did you decide to tackle this big property? That thing was a huge eyesore.
Oh man, because it was an eyesore.
Yeah.
Honestly, like that's exactly what I look for. You know, the houses that are the biggest eyesore, the worst house in the neighborhood is exactly what I go for.
So what makes you different from other agents?
Honestly, the biggest difference between me and other agents is I'll really look at the entire situation. So being an investor first and then kind of a real estate agent second, I can look at every option for that person. It doesn't just come down to, hey, let's just list your house or let's do these minor things. I can give people multiple offers, a cash offer, a partnership, or we can look at multiple options to list their house as well.
So you offer all kinds of services, right?
Yeah, literally like whatever we have to do in order to get the deal done, I'm able to tailor that for, you know, the seller. I've released money to buyers, or excuse me, to sellers before, if they need funds to move or if they need funds for whatever it is to buy a new house, anything like that. When I'm purchasing the house, I can do that. And then between that coupled with, you know, the Compass concierge service, there's really nothing that we can't do for a client.
So I know you've been in the business for a long time. You got a lot of experience. You see a ton of property. What do you look for when you go, oh man, that house right there is the perfect flip?
Yeah, the one in Bothell.
Yeah, I know. Wouldn't you like to have 20 of those?
Oh my gosh, yes, that would be great. It's stressful a little bit, but really it's like the worst house in the best block is what I'm looking for, or the worst house in a good neighborhood. You know, I'm looking for the house that has a tarp on the roof that's been vacant for a long time, that's a nuisance in the neighborhood, something that's getting broken into, that's just like, it's in disrepair, you know? So that's the ideal house, but I've purchased houses all across the board. It's really just if someone's in a situation that they're not able to sell their house or they need to sell it quickly, they don't want to get it ready to sell, right? Let's say it's a hoarder house and it's just an absolute disaster and the people don't want to go through getting it market ready. Those are the types of houses that I add the absolute most value because I can just buy it completely as is.
And so then when you buy that house, what is expected with the buyer? What's the process? How does that work? Let's say I want to sell you my house, then what happens?
Yeah, honestly, it's really straightforward. So the first time we talk, we just go through like the basic info of your situation, figure out exactly what's going on, you know, why you need to sell, how quickly you need to sell. Then we'll look at the house and then we just, you know, figure out the numbers from that point, right? I really do pay as close to market value as possible. We look at current comps for the home and then we just sort of back into the numbers. And then once I figure out what I can offer you for the house, I make you a cash offer, and then after that, it's really straightforward. I mean, we can close in 7 to 10 days, and then you leave the house completely as is. You can literally just take the keys, hand them to me, and leave everything in the house if you want.
And then you do everything too. You buy homes, and then you also list homes, right?
Yeah, exactly. And so that's, you know, one thing, right? So whenever I get any kind of a seller that reaches out to me, we're tailoring that for the seller. We come through and I always give people multiple options. It's not just, hey, I can only buy your house. It's, hey, let's look at it. Whatever is most important to you. If it's most important to sell it quickly, then a cash offer is going to make the most sense. If it's most important for you to just maximize your profits, let's use the concierge service with Compass. Let's fix your house up. It won't cost you anything up front with that service, and then we can list it, right? That's gonna maximize your profits on the back end. And so we look at every option, and whatever is most important to the seller, that's what we end up going with.
So there are a lot of people going to watch this show. There are a lot of people that are going to want to sell their house to you or maybe list. How do people get a hold of you?
So you can find me on the Compass website. I'm a broker with them as well. You can just search Jared Holland on Google, and I have a lot of websites. There's Jared Buys Houses. You can follow me on Instagram, Jared Flips Seattle, and I also have Facebook pages. JH1 Homes is my primary investing company, so just look me up, and there's a lot of ways to get a hold of me.
You love what you do, don't you?
I do.
I can tell.
Man, it's so much fun. It's a blast.
And I know the neighbors up there in Bothell are just loving you right now.
Yeah, absolutely. Again, that's one of the most fun things, just getting to see the neighbors, how happy they are once that transformation is finished. It's very rewarding.
All right, Jared, thank you so much for joining us today. To find out how to work with Jared or sell your home to him, all you have to do is head to SeattleRefine.com. Seattle Refine will be right back after this.